What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic, and welcome back to this Victor Bell Road to Glory here on NCAA 14, where today we are taking on the Colorado State Rams, and should surprisingly be a good matchup. You know, they're undefeated. We're also undefeated going in for, they're 4-0 on the season. Granted, don't know how good they actually are since they haven't played anyone too legitimate yet, but they are still undefeated, and we're gonna show them who's really boss. Should still be a good game, so smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and jump into this undefeated matchup. Let's freaking go.
Alright, so we're going to let them have the ball first to start this game, since I want to give our boys a chance to blow this thing up in the second half. And surprisingly, Nate Green gets Colorado State off to a great start. Very first play, they pick up 14. It's a first down on the first play. And then they almost keep things up, but Lance Cobb gets lit up like a Christmas tree. And so now we're looking at a 2nd and 10 coming up here against the Boise State defense, one of the best defenses in the country, and it's because of Victor Bell, who gets the sack and ends their drives and ends their hopes and dreams as well. Alright, going on to the next possession of this Colorado State football team. They try to run it up the gut, and they're actually going to bounce it outside. TJ Smith doing the smart thing, bouncing it out to the left, and then picking up a lot more, because there was nothing going up front initially. Next play, though, tight end goes into motion, and there's TJ Smith once again finding a nice hole, and now they're just about in Boise State territory. On this 3rd and 11 right here, the drive starts to spall out, so they need a big play here, and they're not going to get it because there's instant pressure. Colorado State has to punt this ball away. Alright, we're moving on to later in the game, though. Late in this first quarter, Victor Bell is chasing down this quarterback, and he gets it off right before Victor Bell can get to him. That should have been intentional ground, because that wasn't to anybody out there. But of course, NCAA never calls that, so it's just a regular incompletion, but it's nearly picked off a couple plays later. And so now it's another 3 and out for Colorado State here, as they have not gotten anything going so far in this game. As big part of that is because of this Victor Bell cat right here, man. Dude has been balling out so far. His 2nd and 10. Victor Bell quickly gets off his receiver and then tackles Matthew Williams. Was initially covering the tight end, making sure that wasn't going to be open. And then switches off in order to make the tackle. And that's the end of this first quarter already. We're already up 10-0. We're looking to make this a much bigger lead. Alright, boys, welcome back to some Victor Bell action here. Boise State versus Colorado State. First thing we do is we stuff them up the middle. They try to run up the middle on us, and it simply doesn't work. Bell's having another great game once again, getting to the quarterback and then also disrupting the running game, so they haven't done anything. But what might get them going, though, is Boise State does get a turnover. So they gave Colorado State great field position, but we get it right back as we get an interception on our first play. But look at this. Our offense turns up over again. So now they have another chance here to get some points on the board. And this time, they initially get a first down this time around as William Walker, he gets his first catch of the game. Now we got 1st and 10 inside the red zone with Colorado State seriously looking to get some points on the board as TJ Smith once again gets a nice carry. But on 3rd and 6, there's Victor Bell blowing everything up, and they have to settle for a field goal. Wow, they had 2 chances inside our territory to start the drive. They only come away with 3 points, as our defense is doing a really good job of locking them up here. As with only a minute left here in this first half, Victor already has 7 tackles and 1 sack so far. Dude's been playing extremely well, as now we got him to a 4th down once again, and they have to punt it away. Moving forward to the second half, it's a 20-3 lead here at Boise State as Lance Cobbs throws a nice ball over to Nate Green once again, who had the first down for Colorado State earlier today, but this time it's another 20-plus yard catch. Getting some nice plays for these Rams here as there's another run up the gut to TJ Smith. He picks up 8 more yards on the carry. So second and short coming up. Next play, it's actually a speed option, but the quarterback Lance Cobbs can't get it off fast enough, and it's another big loss. So now we're looking at 3rd and 6, and they try to run the halfback screen, and what I keep telling people about the halfback screen, it's simply not going to work, and so they had to punt it away. Fast forward to the next drive, though, and it's going to be another throw up the middle. This time it's to number 2, and he's still keeping going. William Walker, man, fighting for some extra yards. He makes great use of yards after the catch, doing some favors for the quarterback as his offense has been struggling, and they definitely needed it as there's another catch for Matthew Williams for another first down. But can they come away with a touchdown instead of a field goal, or worse yet, no points? That is a question we're about to find out, and it's not going to be it, Chief, as it's dropped. It would have been a first down if he caught it, but he didn't caught it, and they are going to go for it here on 4th down. Lance Cobbs trying to find somebody, but he can't find him in time as Victor Bell gets sack number 2 of this game, just overpowering this offensive lineman, and it goes for another sack for Victor Bell's great season. Later on in the 4th quarter, as not much has happened since then, tight end goes into motion when Boise State holding a 34-3 lead, and there's sack number 3 for Victor Bell, which puts him 1 sack short of attaining the school record, and he's not going to wait long to acquire it, because on this next play right here, Victor Bell, he gets to the quarterback again, and that's sack number 4 of the game. And that is going to set a new school record for most sacks in a single game. What a performance for Victor Bell here today. Just balling out against these guys. But 3rd and 27 will be interesting to see what they come up with. Can Victor Bell get 5? He nearly gets there, but is able to dump it off to the running back, to TJ Smith. It goes for 1 measly yard, which of course means that they had to punt the ball away, and that is all she wrote here at Boise State, as Victor Bell actually gets the player of the game. You usually don't see defensive players get it, but it's well deserved as Boise State pulls this one out against conference rival Colorado State, 34-3, showing why they deserve to be the number 9 team in the country.
So for this game, we had the very best performance in Victor Bell's career, man. We had 13 total tackles, 12 of those are solo, 8 of those were for a loss, and of course, we had those 4 sacks, which was a new school record for most sacks in a single game here at Boise State University. And because of that dominating performance, Victor Bell, for the first time this season, was honored by the NCAA as the Defensive Player of the Week, alongside junior quarterback CJ Richardson from UCLA, who was named the Offensive Player of the Week. So nice job for Victor Bell for such a great honor for his performance against Colorado State. But next time out, we are going to go and try to continue that dominance as we have a rivalry game against BYU, who's currently 3-3 on the season. And then we're going to go ahead and make this a doubleheader, because then we have a rematch against Fresno State, who's fallen to 1-4. Talk about a huge fall from grace from last year when they were competing for a national championship game. That's going to do it here for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button or hit subscribe if you happen to be brand new, because I would appreciate that a lot. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care, everybody.